specifics on that, but yeah, I mean, I suppose the expectations were we'd have something this summer, so.
Yeah. So let's get this in, and I'll twist that around there, twist that around there, and excuse me while I attend to you. Just
Right,
look that
technically, yeah,
way.
Yep.
No, that's going to be too big. Okay. There we go. Well, that's a nice fit. Good fit. Okay, let me get this in here.
Yep.
And that's there. Let's up your jacket. Run it around here.
Yep.
Run it under your jacket. And run it up there.
Excellent.
Good. Let me do the same for me. Big ears here. Hello, Jamie.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm just rigging up, and then I'll talk to you properly, Jamie.
Fantastic, no rush.
Won't be a
Thank you.
second.
Did you want me?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Right,
Hello, you alright? Yeah, good, thank you.
We got 10 minutes or so before we're on, so everyone's joined in time. Have you ever seen this, Jamie? This is live.
I have indeed, yes.
Thanks.
I'm familiar, Graham, yeah.
Great.
Good. Thanks for having me on, I appreciate it.
No, I'm very pleased. We're just going to square this away just a second. Kieran, can you just get that right on there? Okay, so you'll be able to see Andrew Haley here. His camera's over there. Is it popped out?
Just seeing if I can get that.
There we are.
So I've got a dark screen at the moment. I can't actually see anyone at present.
Oh, okay. Just a minute. You can hear us though, obviously.
Yep, can hear you.
It's buffering at our end for some reason. So, Josh, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to look at Andrew's earpiece. I had it right, now it's popped out. Right, so where are we on the screen,
I think
Kieran?
that's done the job, I think.
Yeah, if I just do this. Is it staying in? No.
No.
Right. So
Could you see us? Has it just gone dark, Jamie?
Yeah.
No, it's always been dark.
Ah, right, okay. So,
It's going to feel a bit weird next time I'm going to grab your ear. Alright.
well,
Yeah, go for it.
we're gonna disconnect and reconnect. Okay.
Yep, makes sense.
All
See you
right,
soon.
thanks.
For you. That's what you said.
Let's try that.
No.
No.
Sorry, come here.
Yep.
Yeah, I've put a small one in.
Right. There you go. Got a small one and then it's not staying in your ear.
Is that right up?
I don't know, Graham. It's been a little while since I've done it.
I did have it right.
Did you?
It was alright to start
Yeah.
with, yeah. I think we're just, I don't know whether it's the clip sort of
Do you want to give that a shove in?
movement, yeah.
Make sure it's nice and firm.
There we go.
That better? No?
Should be. Is that alright?
Yeah, you leave that part. I'm just going to move it across a bit for you.
Can you hear me through your ear? Did you hear Jamie?
Yes, yeah.
Right, that's the
Actually,
most important
that's,
thing.
That's the one
Can
I
you just do a
do.
test, Kieran? Speak on the mic.
That wasn't it every time.
Speak on the mic to test this earpiece.
Yep, that's fine, yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Hopefully.
Right, Joss. Andrew, Jamie couldn't see.
I think it's a Zoom issue as opposed to us. Yeah. So he just opens a new meeting. He should still be there, or should be able to join in a second. I've got his phone number anyway.
But hang on, he never saw us, but he could hear us perfectly. So I'm wondering, have the cameras been connected to Zoom? Does Robin do something to send the video signal from that webcam?
That's a very good question.
It goes through that webcam there.
Yeah, well, I'll be able to check what you can see on Zoom. If you look now, it's still Zoom spinning.
Right, okay.
You might have to make an executive decision to restart the computer.
Yeah, I mean, now's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Reboot the computer.
I'll just give Hardesty a quick call and tell him what's going on.
Yeah, great. Thanks, thanks very much. Are you rebooting? Great.
Looks like we're on the way.
Yeah. 6 minutes 40 to go. Yeah. Not good. Hello.
Back with time to spare.
Yeah, and we've got a technical problem. He'll tell you.
Zoom just kept buffering.
On our end, or is it?
On our end.
Are you sure it was at our end?
Definitely on our end. We'll give it another go.
I don't think I recommend for Saturday. That's what
We're getting there, Josh.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. I've just got his mobile number here, so I can give him a call if I need to after.
Thanks.
See you later.
Where were you? Where have you been, Josh? They've all been on assignment, my lads. You see, I'm not even bothering to calm you down now because you've been in so often. You understand it.
I'm all good, just reviewing the figures, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think I know.
You'll
my,
be fine.
my
You'll be
numbers
fine.
anyway, so
Keep your phone to silent though.
it certainly will be. Yeah. CPU statistics going on in the background here. It's all very technical.
Yeah, when Robin arrives, Kira, they know their stuff. I have faith in them.
Yes.
Ringing on the phone.
I can call him, yeah.
Yeah, check it.
Says he's waiting in the waiting room now.
No, not anymore. Now we all.
Can't run off yet, mate. There'll be a dereliction of duty. You started it.
No, I'll stay here. To watch.
Right, let's sit for a second and let you know.
We've never had this happen.
A new one?
A new one, yeah.
Can we switch it to the other laptop? Or can I bring the studio laptop from upstairs down here?
I mean, you try it if we're. This doesn't look like it's gonna work.
Is it anything I can help with, or am I just not bother here?
Why is it? It's not Eden. It's not. I don't know how to fix it in 2 minutes.
We've rebooted the computer.
Restart the laptop, restart the program. Try it again, just keep trying it until it works.
Hold on.
Is something else interrupting it? Something else?
That won't be it, but maybe. I stand corrected. You just crashed it.
I've clicked start video and it's broken.
Should have left it off.
I don't know, it wouldn't be on the screen then, would it?
No, that's all the video. I mean, that works. You just have to do it again.
Does it, when this counts down, to say start soon?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it says start soon.
Right.
Oh look, I've never tested it, so I don't know how long that stays on for.
You're right though, it should really not be doing all that much.
I wonder if there's a bug in it.
So,
I wonder if there's a bug in it.
yeah, start without video.
Yeah.
So it must be something to do with the video drive. Yeah, it's right. Turn the computer on.
Yeah, hold on. That's where it says stop spinning.
You can't hear us, we can't hear it. So you can that.
Graham, can you have a word with him, see if you can hear
Yeah. Can you hear us, Jamie?
Yes, I can hear you.
Excellent. Now, Jamie, we've identified the fault is a video driver in our computer, so you can't see us, but we can see you well. Can you see us?
Can't see you, but can hear you.
That's great. And you look good, and it's going to be fine. So, are you all right to cope with this audio only?
Yes, of course, no problem.
All right, Jamie. So, when we get going, I'm going to introduce Andrew. We're going to talk about the economy, and I'm going to talk to you all about the Sunderland Software System, Sunderland Software City, and what your new job is, and what's happening in digital in Sunderland, and so on. And then we're going to be on for about 10 minutes or so. Is that all right?
Yes, that's great. Just so you, I've been doing it for a few years, but
Yeah.
the festival is a new thing. So I think
that's the Tech Next. Yeah.
that's the Tech Next festival. Yeah, that's right, Graham. Yeah.
I've got that. Yeah, that's great. I call it your new job because I've seen you in so many. Are you well, by the way? Are you okay? Welcome to the Northern Business Podcast. Each week we talk to people active in business and the economy about the big issues driving growth in the north of England. We're sponsored by Virtue Motors, one of the UK's largest motor retailers. You can see its website at virtumotors.com, VERTU Motors. I'm Graham Robb, I own Recognition PR, and we help scores of businesses promote their services and their products, and some are featured on this podcast. Don't miss an episode by subscribing on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. We're live on LinkedIn every Wednesday evening. In the studio today, we've got Andrew Haley, Chartered Financial Planner at Active, Chartered Financial Planners. And down the line is Jamie Hardesty, Director of Communications and Ecosystem at the Sunderland Software City. And later, my colleague Josh Havakin will be talking to Aman Chahal of Tapered Plus and academics from Teesside University about the AI they've developed to streamline the company's operations. Well, first of all, gents, welcome to the programme, Andrew and Jamie. Andrew, if I can kick off with you from Active Chartered Financial Planners. We've got a general election on. I don't intend to deal with the politics on this business programme, but it is very interesting to look at the economic background. And your company advises people who own businesses and how to make their investments and so on. What do you see as the current economic climate?
Well, we've had quite a lot of news. We spoke last time around the inflation and interest rate story points. We've had a lot of positivity to take from that. So if you've seen, I'm sure, the most recent figures on CPI, that kind of headline rate that comes out, we've got 2.3% coming in now. And with the Bank of England's target of 2%, we're nigh on where we should be from an inflation point of view. I think what the Bank of England is probably more concerned with, and the Monetary Policy Committee are probably weighing over, is that what we see in some of the GDP figures, which are positive, and also the more core inflation figures, is that when you strip out some of the food or energy prices falls, which are having the most impact on inflation at the minute, that service sector is still quite strong. Wage growth is still quite strong in that kind of 5 to 6% region still. So with those factors, overall, the decision on interest rates, which I think most people are probably, in a business perspective, looking at quite closely, it's no surprise that we're seeing that stay stable. The expectation is still that we'll see a cut during the summer perhaps, but the most recent Monetary Policy Committee, they held at 7 to 2. The majority saying let's keep that rate stable. Now,
interestingly, it could have been this month that there was an interest rate cut, but with the election, it's unlikely the Bank of England will play politics like that.
Yeah,
it might be seen to side the government if it did that.
Yes, yeah, I think that's the case. And there were two members looking for a cut, only to 5%, a quarter of a percentage cut in the interest rate. I'm sure those with mortgages still in the 4 to 5% range, and businesses that are looking at investing or taking on debt would like to see something of a cut.
Growth is the key aim of all the political leaders. They want to see growth in the economy, and there was quite significant and surprising growth in the first quarter of this year. And all sectors were growing except for construction. And manufacturing was growing quite significantly.
Yeah, it's still a service sector-led growth, and we are a service sector style economy. So I think the figure for the first quarter now is looking to come in at about 0.6%. The estimates are saying for that. We had that 0.4 for this month figure, up from 0.2 in February. So yes, looking positive. Construction not so much, but certainly on the services sector side it is.
Now, unemployment, it has nudged up a bit, but it's still at long-term historic lows. In the northeast, below 5%, still at 4.4%. Yorkshire 3.6%. Northwest 5.5%. You know, we can remember. I remember not too long ago unemployment rates of nearly 10%. So the actual employment rate and unemployment rate do signify that there is a tight labour market still.
Yeah, absolutely. In the longer term trend, the last 10 years or so, it's still relatively tight. Those that can work are largely in work. Those that have the inability to work is still largely, or the inactivity is still largely down to long-term sickness, long-term illness is still the main contributing factor there. But yes, from a recruitment perspective, I think everyone, a lot of businesses will echo that labour market is tight. It's difficult to find who they want to fill those roles.
Well, that's a good overview. I'm going to bring on our other principal guest today. Now, that's Jamie Hardesty. Now, Jamie, it's a great title, this. Welcome to the programme. A Director of Communications and Ecosystem Development at Sunderland Software City. So what do you do? How is Software City performing? What's it all about?
Thanks, Graham. Well, yes, it is slightly a long job title, quite convoluted there, isn't it? effectively, we are an organisation which exists to drive forward the growth of the technology sector here in North East England. So we do that by helping people digitally upskill and explore careers. We help get tech startups off the ground, and we help both tech and non-tech companies alike grow their organisations by using digital technology. So we're very much we work all across the region. We have different touch points, and effectively my job is twofold. So partly it's to understand what businesses need and therefore look at how we can help them. And then the communication side is simply ensuring that people know about us and the right people, the right audiences can access all of our programs of support and tap into our network.
Now, we're going to hear in the next interview of a case study where Teesside University has helped a company with its AI development. So what kind of help do you provide to existing companies as Sunderland Software City?
So we've got a few different touch points. So we help companies adopt basic digital technology. So that might be, you might be a manufacturer who still counts your stock using paper and pencil. You know, we'll come in, we'll explain there are digital solutions which you can take on board, which will help you become more productive or more efficient. All the way through to the adoption of advanced digital technologies. So we've got a lot of access to expertise and access to infrastructure where we'll help companies embed the latest emerging technologies. So AI, data, immersive technologies, even quantum computing. We're working with a couple of companies at the moment. So right across that digital transformation spectrum.
Okay, that's really exciting. Now, where do you think the Northeast is in this? It has. I was at the Make UK annual Northern Conference 2 weeks ago, and I was pleased to see that a lot of northern manufacturers are adopting robotics and new next level digitization to perform tasks that you really thought would be performed by human beings. Cobots as well, robots that work alongside human beings.
Yep. So I think we often say that the Northeast tech sector sort of punches above its weight. You know, we're a small region tucked up in the corner of England, but it doesn't stop us from having successes. You know, you mentioned robotics, Graham. We've got some world-leading, literally world-class companies in the Northeast in the field of robotics. So we've got Tharsis up in Northumberland, who work with some of the biggest food suppliers across the UK. We've got Wutzano, who are a robotics company in Durham. Now they work with some of the largest food distributors in California as well. So we've got real credentials. Now don't get me wrong. We, of course, like any UK region outside of London, we have our challenges, but actually we've got some fantastic success stories, and that's something I think we really need to celebrate and not be too modest about. I mean, there's only one software company in the FTSE 100, and that's been headquartered in Newcastle since 1981, and of course that's Sage PLC. So we've got some real accolades and credentials in this part of the world. That's
right, and there's a software trade body called Dynamo for the northeast of England. It has hundreds and hundreds of members, and there are new. So when you look at Sunderland Software City, is it aligned with the universities as well?
Yep, absolutely. So you mentioned Dynamo, the tech network. So Software City and Dynamo actually merged around 18 months ago to really try and better align and coordinate some of the players that we have here in the sector. Our universities are very important, not just in terms of, churning out talent or fantastic people with computer science degrees, but equally they're real breeding grounds for entrepreneurship and for new startups getting off the ground as well. We work closely with all of the universities in the region. We've worked very closely recently with Newcastle University to launch a new data hub in the city. So that's in partnership with the National Innovation Centre for Data as well. So universities, I think, are a real sort of cornerstone of the tech ecosystem.
Okay, now you've got these events, Tech Next. Tell us about this event, Tech Next, and how it's going to champion tech companies in the northeast of England.
Yes, so Tech Next is our regional technology festival. We launched our inaugural festival last summer, so last year. We're back for year 2, and really, it's all about coordinating and championing and celebrating the tech sector that we have in the Northeast. So we bring together startups, SMEs, corporates, employers, job seekers. We're bringing in companies from outside of the region, from outside of the UK. We've got a huge delegation from India. We've got folks from North America and from Europe, all ascending to the Northeast for this week. And really, it's twofold, the festival, Graham. So we've got our series of curated or main staple events. So we've got a main stage conference with some leading inspirational speakers. We've got an industry dinner, and we've got a big jobs fair as well, our Tech Talent Live event. Now, as well as that, what we really wanted to do was we wanted to make this an open festival. So we really wanted the companies of the Northeast, some of the leaders in the tech sector to open their doors, put on events, and really try and corral what we actually have in the sector. So we've got 75 fringe events. So that's across a broad spectrum of themes, from diversity in tech to technical meetups to showcasing the latest technologies. We really think we've got something for everyone. I know that might sound like a bit of a cliche, but I would honestly encourage anyone to go to the website. That's technext.co.uk, and you can see the breadth of activity. So there's a lot of fun to be had, and there's a lot of things to celebrate.
And when is it? And how do you get involved? Where does it take place?
So it takes place across the entirety of the region. So we've literally got fringe events from the north of Northumberland all the way down to areas like Hartlepool, to Teesside, and everywhere in between. So the festival is a 5-day-long event. It starts on June 17th, on the Monday, and finishes on Friday the 21st. So you can buy tickets for some of our main events, the curated events. So that's our main stage conference and the like. But all of the fringe events, those 75 events, are all free, and they range from people who might be very well versed in technology, maybe have been working in the sector for decades, catering all the way through to people who are looking to just dip their toe into the sector, maybe find out more or make their first move into the sector. So there's a lot going on, great. And everything's on the website.
The week beginning 17th of June. The website is a web address.
So that's TechNext, TechNext.co.uk.
Great. That's a fantastic plug. It sounds really interesting. Andrew, do you not agree? Maybe Jamie would agree. Isn't now every company a tech company? Is your company a tech company?
Certainly going that way, Graham. Definitely, isn't it? I think when you look at where we've come from 10 years ago to what we do now, seems to be the case.
I tell you what, Jamie, we've just been integrating AI at Recognition, my firm, and I've been learning ChatGPT-4 and the prompts. And I've been talking to it on my phone, and I've got my young grandchildren staying overnight in a couple of weeks, and I've worked out how to get the phone, ChatGPT rather, to tell them a bedtime story. So there we are. It's even good for grandparent duties.
Well, it certainly is, and you could even integrate some voice control. So maybe if you wanted a bit of a Geordie lullaby from someone like Jimmy Nail, I'm sure he could read Three Little Pigs or something like that.
That sounds like a great idea. Thank you very much. All right, Jamie. Thank you, Andrew. Now, staying with this theme, over to my colleague Josh, who spoke with Aman Chahal, who is from Tapered Plus, and he's been talking with them and academics from Teesside University in a fascinating insight at how AI is being used in their business.
Thank you, Graham. Tapered Plus, the flat roofing specialist over in Teesside, working with Teesside University to develop its own specific AI to streamline its workflows. I caught up with Aman Chahal, some academics from Teesside University, to find out a little bit more.
Innovation's at the heart of Tapered Plus. What we are, what we do is one of our core values. We always invest heavily in R&D, and as a focus group, we were looking at what's the next big thing. AI is on the top of the agenda for a lot of businesses, and as an SME, we thought, well, why not us? We've got a good, long-lasting relationship with the University of Teesside. I'm a former graduate myself, and we've partnered together to create something to really improve our efficiencies, processes, and value creation plan.
AI is making sense out of nonsense. AI is the tool for us to enable the businesses to dig out the relationships, core-relationships from that big set of data and help them in making informed decisions.
In this project, in collaboration with the Tapered Plus, to see how we can use AI, and more specifically natural language processing, to start from emails, body of the emails, attachment, PDF, any kind of attachment, and extract information.
Technology is at the forefront of what we do. That includes all stages of the design process, from when we receive an inquiry up until an order stage. Okay, and there's a lot of research we put into it, always evolving and making these processes better, and that includes introducing technology such as AI to ultimately give our customers the best customer service we can possibly give.
Interesting stuff to see how a business like Tapered Plus is using AI. I'm going to go back to you now, Graham.
Thank you, Joss, and also the team at Teesside University there and at Tapered Plus. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Northern Business Podcast. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, get in touch via LinkedIn. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks to my podcast producer, Harry Sinclair, and technical operator, Kieran Graham today. Next time, join us on the Northern Business Podcast. Don't miss an episode. Like, rate and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.